What's up, everyone? So I'm guessing you're here because you're tired of not seeing results, or maybe you're just not seeing them quickly enough. Well, in either case, I'm going to give you 5 tips to boost your testosterone levels naturally so that you too can be a full-time gainer, son. Let's get into it. So we all know that having a higher testosterone level will help you build muscle, so let's just get straight into it. The first tip is doing sprints. The reason why sprints are going to help your testosterone levels so much is because it helps manage your cortisol levels. And cortisol is essentially testosterone's arch nemesis. Cortisol promotes muscle wasting and fat gain, while testosterone facilitates muscle hypertrophy and lean muscle development. In 2016, there was a study and they had 2 groups. And with both groups, they had a similar diet and did the same physical activities. But the difference was they made one group do 5 10-second sprints each week. And they saw that that group had an increase in testosterone levels for both men and women. And the second tip you probably already know, and it is weightlifting. The thing with weightlifting is you want to push yourself and put up heavy weights. The more weight you put up, the better it is for your testosterone levels. Another thing to note is that hitting legs will help boost your testosterone levels more than hitting a different muscle group. But before you hit legs, just ask yourself, is it worth it? Like, yeah, you're probably going to get an increase in testosterone levels, which is dope, but then you're also hitting legs, so who knows if it's really worth it? Geez, this is a tough one. Let's take a look at the pros and cons. So for pros, we have increased testosterone, bigger legs, bigger muscles, more athletic, look more proportional, and then on cons, we have hit legs. So as you can see on that pro and con list, it's a pretty tough call. I'm just going to play it safe and not hit legs, but I'll leave that call up to you. The third tip is to make sure you're not overtraining. The reason why you don't want to overtrain is, again, because of your cortisol levels. When you overtrain, your cortisol levels are going to go up. There was a study and they followed a professional soccer team, and they saw that over the course of their season, their testosterone levels decreased, and that's because their cortisol levels increased. There was a direct correlation between the two. And not surprisingly, their muscle mass decreased and their fat increased. And that just isn't good for anyone. And similarly, professional basketball players throughout the course of their season tend to have lower testosterone levels. Another study showed that basketball players with an average high play time throughout the season had lower testosterone levels compared to basketball players that had a lower average time. And the same holds true for endurance athletes. There was a study that looked at ultra marathon runners, and they saw that after the race, their testosterone levels tanked, and they were still low even the next day. So when you're training, just make sure to incorporate some rest days. This really will help you in the long run. And tip 4 is to make sure not to get stressed. When you're stressed, your cortisol levels are going to increase and you're going to have a hormonal imbalance, which is going to make it almost impossible for you to get those testosterone levels that you're looking for. The solution is to stay away from stress wherever possible, whether it's at home or at work. You want to avoid stress, and something that can help with that is getting adequate sleep. But I know most people don't get good sleep and they think they have some form of insomnia. So if you fall in that category, check out my other video about how to get better sleep, because I used to fall in that category of bad sleeper, and now I get great sleep every night because of the strategies I applied in that video. Tip 5 is to eat healthy fats. Research shows that diets that are low in fats are really bad at maintaining optimal testosterone levels. It's actually a little funny. Most of the research that was done was during the 1980s when the whole low fat craze was going on. One of those studies took a group of men that ate about 40% of their diet from fats and dropped it down to 25%, and they saw a significant decrease in testosterone levels. But the thing that's even more interesting was after they started incorporating more fats and getting back to that 40%, that the testosterone levels increased again. And you want to get fats that are more natural, like avocados, eggs, butter, coconut oil, avocado oil, and stay away from all those trans fats and polyunsaturated fats when you're heating them up. If you're still a little confused on which fats are good and bad, I actually have a video about that as well, so you can go check out my channel for that. Increasing your testosterone levels will help you have more energy and build more muscle. But the problem is, most people don't know how to boost their testosterone naturally or have effective ways of doing it. So what I've done is I've created a document that has 2 more tips to help you boost your testosterone naturally, just like the tips in my video. You can find the link to download that in the description below, so go ahead and click that, enter in your email, and I'll send that information out to you. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button. It would really mean a lot to me, and if not, at least give it a like. That's all I can ask for. I'll see you guys in the next video.